All right, welcome to the November 27th, 2023 board meeting of Monterey One Water. And we will proceed to call us to order and roll call, please.
Veranda,
Here.
Castroville,
Here.
County of Monterey, Delray Oaks,
Here.
Marina Coast,
Here.
Monterey,
Here.
Pacific Grove,
Here.
Salinas, Sand City,
Here.
Seaside.
Here. All right, thank you very much. Additions to the agenda is agenda item 3. Do staff or board members have any additions to the agenda?
None.
All right, seeing none, we'll move to approval of the agenda. I'll entertain a motion. Move approval.
Second.
Thank you very much. We have a motion by Director Williamson, seconded by Director Smith. Any comments from the public? Seeing none?
Chair
Right.
Moore,
Yes.
we just need to confirm that Director Habino is appearing
Oh,
for
yes.
just cause this evening. Contagious illness, which qualifies under that section of the Brown Act. We just need to have Director Habino report if he's alone in a room or if he has someone with him over the age of 18. To
Thank
report.
you for that reminder, since Director Habino.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. I was trying to figure out a way where I can squeeze in there, but yes, I'm 2 days into COVID, and I'm in a room isolated, and no one over 18 is anywhere near me.
Thank you, Director Urbino, and thank you for attending while recovering from that nasty little illness. May your recovery be very speedy.
Thank you.
Okay, so back to agenda item 4, approval of the agenda. We have a motion and a second. I think we've gone out to the public. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Please show. We have 8 ayes, 2 absent. We go to agenda item 5, public comments on closed session items. Anyone wishing to address the board on matters appearing on closed session may do so at this time. Please limit your comment to 3 minutes or less. All right, seeing none, close public comment and go to closed session. And we are back in open session. We go to agenda item 8, announcements from closed session. Mr. Gilpin.
Thank you, Chairman Moore. In connection with closed session item 4C, the board has provided direction to legal counsel to file the necessary paperwork to opt out of the proposed class settlements in both of the identified cases under item 6C. And there is no further reportable action.
Thank you very much. We go to agenda item 9, Pledge of Allegiance. Director Donaldson, would you lead us, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We go to public comments. Anyone wishing to address the board on matters not appearing on the agenda may do so now for not more than 3 minutes. Comments on any other matter listed on the agenda are welcome at the time the matter is being considered by the board. And are we seeing the attendee list or the panelist list? I can never tell. The attendees list. Okay, so we have no one coming in by phone, so we don't have to tell them about that. All right, and seeing no hands for public comments, we'll close public comment, go to the consent agenda. Do any directors wish to pull anything from consent?
Move approval. Second.
Thank you very much. We have a motion and a second. Anyone from the public wishing to comment? Seeing none, we'll close public comment, bring it back for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any
Sure.
abstentions?
Chair Moore, I'm sorry.
Yes.
We've got a member appearing remotely.
Oh, that's
so we need
right.
To do roll call.
We have to do roll call on each of these items. Yes, Director Urbino is, for those of you in the public, Director Urbino unfortunately has to attend by Zoom. Roll call, please.
Veranda,
Yes.
Castroville,
Yes.
County of Monterey,
Yes.
Delray Oaks,
Aye.
Marina Coast.
Yes.
Monterey,
Yes.
Pacific Grove,
Aye.
Salinas,
Aye.
Sand City,
Aye.
Seaside.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous.
Thank you very much. We go to agenda item 12, committee reports. 12A is budget and personnel. Budget and personnel, anything to discuss, or I'll entertain a motion to receive.
There's a move.
Second.
Thank you very much. A motion by Vice Chair Williamson, second by Director Craig. Anyone from the public wishing to comment on this motion?
It was a canceled meeting, so there's no minutes to approve, I believe. Your Honor.
Good point. So nothing to approve. We'll move on to 12B if there's no comments on the canceled meeting from the public. Recycled water.
Move approval.
Thank you very
Second.
much. Okay, Director Smith made the motion. I heard Vice Chair Williamson. Go to the public. Seeing none, bring it back to the board. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
A roll call vote.
Oh, sorry, roll call, habits, roll call, please.
Sorry.
Veranda,
Yes.
Castroville,
Yes.
County of Monterey,
Yes.
Delray Oaks,
Aye.
Marina Coast.
Yes.
Monterey,
Yes.
Pacific Grove.
Aye.
Salinas.
Yep.
Sand City,
Yes.
Seaside.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous.
Thank you very much. We'll go to agenda item 13A, staff report, please.
So Monterey one owns the 60-inch ocean outfall to discharge excess. Operation. In water, we like to collaborate with us, use the outfall for. Over this year, Lord approved the outfall capacity negotiation operation funding agreement. Following, quick challenge, including two caps. And yes, submitting caps and then design outfall fitting. So,
Okay, thank you, Russell.
So this is. Request for proposals, went out for the BDS permit service. Last October 13th, we received one proposal from Larry Walker Associates. For $635,800. Cost includes project management, coordination, preliminary ocean plan, compliance assessment, iterative process. Middle of a report of waste discharge. Ammonia reduction is expected, but is not included in this contract. There's more information from these tasks. Staff asked the board approve a contract with Larry Walker Associates Incorporated for NPDS Payment Services that we including the Monterey Peninsula Water Supply Project for not to exceed amount of $635,800 and direct staff to submit the report of waste discharge to the board for approval prior to being submitted to the Central Coast Regional Control Board for their approval. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions, directors? All right. Don't see any. Entertain a motion. Public.
Public.
Want to go to the public before a motion? Okay, that's fine. We'll go out to the public then. Anyone wishing to comment on agenda item 13A from the public? Don't see any.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Roll call vote.
Veranda,
Yes.
Castroville,
Yes.
County of Monterey,
Yes.
Delray Oaks,
Aye.
Marina Coast.
Yes.
Monterey,
Yes.
Pacific Grove,
Aye.
Salinas.
Yep.
Sand City,
Yes.
Seaside.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you very much. We go on to agenda item 14, informational items. Mr. Lindell.
There are more directors. The Pure Water Monterey update tonight is, it's all good. That's 3 to 4 words. Year to date, Pure Water Monterey production continues strong. We're at 12,750 acre feet. And our 2 contractors building and expansion are progressing their respective projects as we would expect. That I hand it back to the chair for questions.
Any questions? Director, Vice Chair Williamson.
I feel like we may have had this conversation before, but I would just, when it comes to the conversation with the water management district around the allocation of the water, what does that time frame look like between the end of what's available on the Gantt chart and actual allocation? Do we have an idea of what that looks like?
Yeah, I'll pinch it for you. So if it's in reference to when we get water on the ground, when it's available for Cal-Am, it is truly a gallon in, they can take a gallon out. So if we look at the Gantt chart here and it's showing first injection in August of 25-ish, that is an increase in the water supply for the community so Cal-Am can start extracting. Now, what is happening in actuality is a drop goes in here, so the basin fills, the Seaside Basin, Cal-Am can extract, but they're not actually getting a drop of our water. It's a balance. It's a bank account.
Yep.
So it is truly that date that they can start using it. They Cal-Am.
And so if the water management district is on top of what they need to do on their end for the allocation of the water, it could happen simultaneously.
For Cal-Am to start using it, yes. Now, in terms of allocation, are you thinking like for development or setting of meters and things like that? So there's a number of steps that need to occur, primarily between water management and Cal-Am for that. And that is making sure that the cease and desist order is met. So that's through the State Water Resources Control Board. And then on top of that, the moratorium needs to be lifted, which I think is a joint thing with the CPUC as well. So there's a couple administrative steps that need to happen before housing can happen, setting of meters, et cetera, et cetera.
Thank you.
And actually, if you would want a healthier discussion on this, I can certainly have Dave Stolt do a presentation surrounding that at a future board meeting if you would like.
That'd be really helpful.
Okay, other questions? Mr. Lindell, thank you very much for a short 3-word report. We go to agenda item 15, AB 1234 reports on trips, conferences. Director Smith.
Thank you, Chair Moore. I just going to be brief. I submitted a report for if you'd like to delve into that with some detailed information, but bottom line, I think Monterey One Water is very well represented in the statewide water recycling arena. And it's a technical business, but it was great for me to get perspective on, staff members, engineers, consultants, people in the area and what they're thinking about, what are the issues they're thinking about, not just up here from a 30,000-foot view making policy decisions. So it's really good. It was excellent, really good input. I really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed spending time with our staff there and all the activities and all the technical panels on concentrations of PFAS. But thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Director Smith, and thank you for the written report that's in the board packet. We move on to agenda item 16, staff reports.
So just real quick to add on to what Director Smith mentioned, we did have a number of employees at the conference. I know Jose and Mike both had presentations that they were part of, which was nice. And as typical, Pure Water Monterey was highlighted in a number of these presentations. So that was great to attend that. And then not just Pure Water, but also our renewable energy project that we are embarking upon. We've been asked to provide a presentation at the California Association of Sanitation Agency and California Water Environment Association Innovative Technology Seminars. So I'll be going up to Oakland. They do one in Northern California. They do the exact same thing in Southern California the next day, and being part of that seminar. Please tell them about Sunday to Wednesday.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna do. So we were without PG&E power starting from Sunday, the 19th to the 22nd, the day before Thanksgiving at 8 PM. And so we were running on generator power. We did fire up the 750 old dinosaur, as I called it, to continue to produce water at 1.3 MGD. We got power back on and we had staff there firing back the plant. So those of you that have any connections with PG&E, certainly the fact that we are an essential service and cannot keep our PG&E power going. That being said, we also did a big project at midnight. We had a Salinas interceptor that we put a new air release valve and had a hot tap done on it. So we had crews out there from about 10 o'clock PM to about 6 in the morning. So crews have been very busy. Those of you that aren't aware, when we're on PG&E, not on PG&E power, we're having to fill the fuel tanks, et cetera, for the generators. We did get two of the cogen engines running, so we took some of the load off. And so just kudos to the crew on the day before Thanksgiving. So thank you.
Any questions? How many dollars of credit is PG&E going to give us for that loss of service?
Well, that's a great question. So I'll go ahead and defer to Mike. Mike's working on that right now.
So we were encouraged to file a claim for our losses from that event. So we gotta get with our team and huddle up to look at all of our expenses, but it was substantial.
Okay. And one other follow-up question, how much of that power were we able to get from our Tesla solar field?
None, because without PG&E power, none of the solar can get up to SVRP.
Oh, because we don't have batteries.
So the solar goes only to SVRP. SVRP needs power to supplement because the power goes through the switchgear to SVRP. The solar only does about 58% of the power needs for that facility. So unfortunately, that doesn't work. Now, what Tammy was saying about cogen engines and our generators for the remainder of the plant was great. I mean, we're able to keep things going, but I just want to emphasize for the landfill and a wastewater treatment water recycling facility to be out of power for 4 days on a planned thing. I'm still baffled by it. And of course, we'll put a claim in, but just the reliability is questionable at best for those essential services.
Okay.
Crazy.
Thank you. Any other staff reports?
I got two things real quick. We're going to be in the preliminary stages of a M1W website refresh. Our vendor provides us and our contract every 4 years we can update our website. So we're starting that process. And so, you know, the way things have changed over the last 4 years, the way we generate information, this website refresh will help us stay in tune with how things are moving. And the last thing is that we were trying to come up with a grant update. We had something planned for this meeting, but we're going to move that to January.
Okay. Mark.
Yeah, and just very quickly, so we're still having the 2 audits going on right now. The one audit, our regular financial audit, and then our 4-year audit with the Water Resources Agency. We're hoping to get draft reports on both of those audits in December. So just to give you an update.
Any others? No other staff reports. Okay, we'll go to board member comments.
So, thank you. So, wastewater and sewer is like #1. Where can we get some dollars so we could get something over there? So when PG&E is out, and I think we talked about this before. So who do we need to talk to? Where do we gotta go? Whose door do we have to knock on?
So that's a great question, Marianne. So part of it is certainly the renewable energy study that we're going through right now to get the feasibility report that tries to figure out where we can put assets. Mike's staff, Rachel and others are looking certainly at the state end of things as well as the feds and trying to position ourselves for as many grants as possible. Now, as you know, just buying the plant, a new generator, generally isn't going to be something we can get grant funding for, but promoting development and use of renewable energy, i.e. our digester gas or taking organics out of the landfill and generating more electricity, there are some opportunities there, and they're beating the bushes, they're hammering on things. This is one of those items, as Director Smith went to the Water Reuse Conference, will be asking board members if they would be willing to come to Sacramento or come to DC, because I've found that it's very useful to have elected officials there talking elected to elected versus us staff to the electeds. It's nothing that nothing's guaranteed, and certainly there's nothing we can get money tomorrow, but we are certainly looking in the long run, because for those you remember in 2017, we were without power for 5 days. And so these long-term outages are frightening and very taxing on all of our staff that are working 24/7 anyway, but it's just that much more. So I appreciate the ideas, and I hope that sort of answers your questions.
If there's anything I could do, count me in.
Okay, thank you.
Any other director comments? So this is our last meeting of calendar year 2023, as we know. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I think you're actually stealing my thunder.
No, well,
Sure, you go for it.
all right. Anyway, Director Herbino, we're very sorry you can't be here in person with us, but we appreciate your willingness not to spread COVID to the rest of us. So thank you very much. We've done a good job, I think, over the past calendar year, both staff certainly working as a team, and I think overall the board working as a team, and I think that's very much appreciated. So I'll just say we wish you all a very fine, happy holiday season and a safe one. Dr. Williamson, go ahead.
No, you got ditto.
Okay.
I'm sorry I can't be there with you guys tonight. I'm gonna miss out on some good times. So once again, for the recap, thank you for everything this year. I think we had a pretty fruitful year, and all the best to you guys throughout the holiday season.
Thank you very much, Director Vino. All right, our next board meeting is January 29th. We stand adjourned.